Let's take a closer look at the Jazwares Micro Galaxy Squadron Outland TIE Fighter Chase Edition. Varykino, living the Star Wars life. Hello there, and welcome to the Varykino YouTube channel. So today we're taking a look at the Micro Galaxy Squadron Outland TIE Fighter by Jazwares. This range has just recently hit shelves in New Zealand, so we're very excited to take a closer look at some of the new pieces from Series 1, like this Outland TIE Fighter, which is a chase version. As you can see, it's got the special sort of foil sticker, if I get it to focus there. It says 1 of 15,000 rare. There we go. So this one is a variant of sort of within the TIE Fighter range. It's not exactly like a chase variant in terms of a color variation. This is fully different. It's different to a standard TIE Fighter, and it's different to Darth Vader's advanced TIE Fighters. So this one was, to us, a must-have. It wasn't just a simple, variation paint or a slightly different figure as some of the variants are. This one is truly unique. So to us, it was a must-have. Thankfully, we actually found it, didn't take too much hunting to find this one. It is definitely one of the sort of easier to find rares. I know some of the chase variants there's only 5,000 of them, definitely harder to find. This one's 15,000. It was definitely easier to find for us locally, so that was great. Didn't have to sort of go hunting on eBay abroad. So got some cool TIE Fighter sort of artwork there on the side. And taking a look here at the back, we've got the little collectible blueprint that you can cut out of the backing card if you want. Sort of a little bit of a description here, sort of showing how that the wings fold. Nice little graphic there. It says that this one includes the landing base, which is interesting because in the other ones that we have looked at, the small scout class, like the speeder bikes, they come with stands, but the AT-ST Raider did not. So I'm not actually sure which ones of the line come with base, so they don't really show them with bases in the promo imagery here. But it looks like this one, because of its unique sort of landing shape, they have given it a base, so that's interesting to see. So other ones in the line, of course, we've got the Jedi Starfighter with hyperdrive ring, classic X-Wing, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, and a sort of a chase version of the X-Wing. I think the standard one comes with Luke in his sort of orange X-Wing gear, and the chase version is Luke in his black Jedi outfit, as we see him in The Mandalorian, because of course he arrives in his X-Wing in that show. So there we've just got sort of plain plastic packaging there. We've got this lovely foil strip here that all of the packaging seems to have. It's really nice there. And this is from the sort of first wave, which includes this orange launch edition sticker up here at the top. So it'll be interesting to see how long these waves are produced, or whether simply Series 1 will have the sticker, Series 2 won't, or whether they put these on sort of like the first batch of product from each wave. It'll be interesting to see if the sticker continues. Don't know that that will necessarily affect the value of these ones going on, but because we like the part of the reason why we really like this range is the fact that it's all in scale. So we want to get them all out and display them together. So that, of course, means opening them up. We will keep the packaging of these ones because of the unique chase, but I really do want to get this one open and see it. And, of course, display all of the vehicles together, because that's part of the cool aspect of this. There have been plenty of manufacturers that have made Star Wars vehicles in the past, but they've all been about the same size, not in scale to each other. So this one's really exciting. Definitely keen to get stuck in there. I mean, you can see some of that cool detail through the window there. Definitely really cool. They look so neat all en masse in store shelves. Definitely keen to get this one out and take a closer look. So let's get stuck into it. Okay, so I've removed the plastic a bit from the backing card. I always like to take a look at the art on this one. And we've got two AT-STs. It's interesting to see we've got that Raider variant there with the cool paint job. We've even got the Razor Crest there in the background, because of course this is Moff Gideon's TIE pilot, so they've put some Mando themed artwork there. I think that that's really quite cool. I like this sort of new style art here for the packaging. But now that we've got the box open, let's pull it out and take a look at the vehicle itself. So the front bit is part of a larger piece. We can sort of see we've got another sort of Mandalorian scene here with a whole lot of the Imperial troop transports, which is also a vehicle in the line. We've also got some of the clone trooper walkers here. That's quite cool. So it looks like they've sort of done like a really big, large image. It's the same, these aren't like a background to display, but you can cut them out and do something fun if you want to. I'm going to keep my packaging all together. So I'm just going to pop this out of the way so we can take a better look at the vehicle. So we've got the little figure here. We've got Moff Gideon and his cute little plastic coffin here. I'm just going to pop that to the side. This is like a little card here that's just glued in. It shows that you can pop the figure in the vehicle, displaying that yes, the figures do fit in to be sort of pilots for the vehicles. So always nervous about this point. Let's see how easily this one, I don't really want to pull on the wings, but I'm not quite sure the best way to get this one out. Don't want to have to cut the plastic, but okay, that didn't seem to be too bad. And then we've got the little landing bay, so let's pop that out of the way and let's take a look at the vehicle itself. Phew, that's always a little bit of a stress. So we can see we've got quite a cool little plastic window there for the cockpit. And of course the little back window there. We've got the wings coming folded. Let's see how easily these are. Okay, they snap fairly easily into place. You can sort of hear the noise there, and that looks sort of a bit more like a standard TIE Fighter. That's quite cool. We can just sort of see the hinging there, but it's not too clunky. I really like they've got that fine line detail there on the wings, which of course is iconic to a TIE Fighter. You got to have that there. It's all looking pretty well and good. So let's see, it kind of snap back fairly easily into the original sort of shape there. So the stand doesn't have a Star Wars logo or anything like that on it. It just has the sort of standard copyright stuff there, 2022 Jazwares, Lucasfilm, all that kind of stuff. It's got these little grey feet that I was worried were attached to this, but I guess it just kind of balances on here. I don't actually know which way around it was. Perhaps this way? Just have a quick little look at the book and remind myself which way around it was. So the flat front here with the larger of the 2 feet, the higher ones, go at the front, and the little short foot goes at the back according to the packaging display. So it kind of wants to roll around here in 3D space, but if I put it on the ground, it just suspends the TIE so it's not completely leaning on its wings. I get the feeling it would kind of fold a bit flat, but that's kind of fun if you want to display it resting on the ground. I want to see how well it will stand up if I put its wings like that. It's nice and tidy. A little bit of adjustment just to make sure that those wings are nice and sort of straight. It looks reasonably straight there. I think that's quite cool. So of course, if you display it like this, it's probably going to look a lot similar to the standard TIE. I'm very keen to add that one to our collection so I can see them side by side. But of course, this one is designed to be sort of, you know, the unique one that has this different sort of folding wing design. That's very cool. I loved that moment in The Mandalorian where we see Moff Gideon landing his ship like that. So I'm just going to get the man himself out of the little plastic container here. These are fun little figures. I like the fact that they have included figures in this line. Oh, his cape is removable. I guess that if you want to stand him in front of the vehicle, you can have his cape. But if you want to sit him down, because they pivot at the waist there, he's so small, that's not going to work with his cape because his cape doesn't bend. You can kind of see there. So if you want to put him inside the ship, you can take his cape off and have him in just sort of more of a TIE Fighter-esque outfit. You can see just how tiny they are. Not a lot of paint jobs. It looks like he's pretty much a mixture of flat black and gloss black with some detail on his face. That's about it. But then Imperials are pretty much all black. So his cape just kind of clips nicely there. Let's see. He stands reasonably well. Just by himself, because the figures don't appear to have stands, but they stand pretty well. I can sort of bang around and he's not going to wobble over there. So let's have a look and see how easy it is to put him in the cockpit, which just sort of opens there. We can see some of the detail inside. I know the lighting's not great. It's got a sculpted little chair in there, plain detail under the cockpit canopy there. So I'm just going to bend him. His arms come up as if he's holding controls. Bend him at the waist so he doesn't want to sort of clip quite as straight. He kind of wants to lean back a little bit. That's okay. And he can sit in there. Wants to sit. No, his legs kind of want to catch on something a little bit in there. There. He's in there mostly. I'll have to fuss with that a little bit better. His legs don't want to sort of bend quite well, but it's a little hard to capture on camera, but this is a clear cockpit. You can see through it. You can see some of the controls right at the front there. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick up on that, but yeah, you can see in, which is really quite fun level of detail for, I mean, it is small. It's a reasonable size, but the cockpit itself is obviously pretty small. You can see it in my hands there. So that's fun. Of course, so that you can put figures in there and see them, you know, imagine that they're in there. Oh, very good. Not too complex of a paint job, nice and tidy. I don't see any sort of spilling or splotches. Not weathered or anything like that, but I'm not expecting this version to have that kind of level of detail. But overall, a really nice Imperial ship. I'm really excited. Each piece that I have opened up from this new Micro Galaxy Squadron line has been really impressive, and this is no exception. I'm really happy that this line is out, that it's out in New Zealand, and that we're able to add it to our collection. So the TIE Fighter is so iconic. It was one of those must-have pieces. Very excited to get this variant version for our collection. So yeah, that's all the features I can think of to show you guys about this one. Those wings just feel really fun to open and close. I know that collectors are excited about these, but these aren't too bad if you have kids that really want some smaller vehicles to play with, you know, certainly at the more affordable price point than the to scale Hasbro pieces, which are, you know, quite larger to fit. You know, the action figures are a lot bigger than these guys, but yeah, very cool. If you weren't a collector in that era of Action Fleet, this kind of reminds me of the Action Fleet TIE Fighter in that respect, and those are a lot harder to find these days. So very, very cool. Very happy to add this to our collection. So we'll have more photos on the blog shortly. Very excited to add this to our collection. It's a great vehicle. So thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, check out our other videos, and subscribe for alerts about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.